Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mind, Body, Spirit Health and Wellness Expo interviews. I'm Marcia Culver. I'm one of the hosts for the show, and I'm on the board and panel putting it together. And we are so excited about everything that is happening. And we're super excited to be able to interview these people with with all of the booths that they have. And let's see, we are starting with Crystal. I should have asked how to pronounce your last name. Goodness, can
Maceira.
you do that for me, Crystal?
Yes, Crystal Maceira.
Okay, thank you. And tell me about your business, Crystal.
Yes, we are a multifaceted company. I am an iridologist, a Bowen work practitioner and instructor, as well as a massage therapist. And I'm a master herbalist. And in the master herbalist part, we manufacture our own herbal tinctures and salves and powders and whatever else needs to be done. But I'm also do free consultations and do iris analysis. So through the iris analysis, we're able to help people understand the strengths and weaknesses of their body, and then we're able to apply the different herbal solutions or bone work, massage, whatever they need, because it's all positive, making positive life changes.
Wonderful. That is great. I knew you did a lot, but I think you got one more in there that I didn't know about. So wonderful. Dawna Campbell, hi, lovely. We just talked to each other on the show before, so it's good to see you again. Can you tell me about your business, please?
Hi, I forgot to unmute myself, but yes, absolutely. I have a business. It's called the Healing Heart. I incorporated because I believe all healing is a matter of the heart space. So that looks a little bit different in a lot of ways. I'm certified in a lot of different things, but I really just hold myself out as a healer. But with this holistic conference, what I'm going to be sharing and showcasing is really a segment of my business called the Abundant Soul, because abundance is really for everyone and it's encoded in your DNA. So I'm going to be talking about that and then sharing that at the booth.
Lovely. And Dawna is one of our speakers, so we are excited to have her. Yes. Demaris, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you. I'm so glad to have you on. Can you tell me about your business, please?
I am the owner of Helena Healing Technologies and the Helena Healing Studio, and I incorporate kind of the new leading edge technology into healing. Um, so I use a lot of different things like micro programs and frequencies. Um, but I don't think of myself as a healer so much, Marcia. People refer to me as an energetic healer, but I'm really just the facilitator. I really believe that I'm a resource to people that are seeking their own healing, and I help them find that power, find that energy imbalances I can help them work with. And I started out as a massage therapist. I'm like Dawna, I do a lot of different modalities, but they're all energetically based now. And yeah, I have a lot of fun, and I'm just really blessed to be doing the work that I do.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And Lou, how are you tonight?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Can you tell me about your business, please?
Yes, of course. So I consider myself a conduit for alchemy,
Mm.
moving through this really in a lens of classical Kundalini yoga, also that of shamanistic soul retrieval, for healing childhood trauma, as well as really a specialized and focused in on grief yoga and death as it relates to humanity. So, yeah, I do a lot of different experiences within these. I facilitate yoga teacher trainings, work a lot with one-on-one through soul retrieval healing.
Beautiful. I love it. We've got some powerful people on this show, right? It's beautiful. Let's see. So, Crystal, tell me how you got started in your business.
Well, my father is a master herbalist, and at 12, when I was starting to learn about the herbs, but it really wasn't until I wasn't too interested, being a kid and a teenager and that. But I was able to meet Dr. John R. Christopher when I was a teenager. So he was able to really inspire me into at least think more about the alternative ways of healing. And then my previous husband was really sick for the 20 of the 24 years that we were married. And caretaking for him, that was what really compelled me to study nutrition and herbs more closely. So I went to school to be a massage therapist. During that time, I was in Utah, and that was when my youngest was 2 of 8 children. My oldest was 16, and my youngest was 2 when I finally went to massage school. And then after that, we relocated to Montana. At that time, we were just outside of Billings, and lived there for a little bit, and then for about 8 years. And then my father wanted me to work the manufacturing part of the business in Albany, Oregon. And from there, that was where I was really able to gain the experience of, making the herbs. I knew a little bit already, but this I really delved into helping to the business side of it. And then from there, my husband had passed, and I remarried, and then moved just shortly before I moved here to Helena. I got into Bowen work, which is a modality. And after I learned that, we moved here to Helena, Montana, and I really started picking up the business in the sense of just using the herbs a little bit here and there. But God had something else in mind for us, so we now carry over 300 items of single herbs and over 80 formulas. And I'm now a Bowen work instructor, so I teach other people about Bowen work as well as still doing the massage. So that's how I got here.
Lovely. Oh, beautiful. Dawna.
Yes. I believe we're always our own first clients, but with that, I wasn't really any different. And so I went through a period in my life about 20 years ago where I couldn't digest food for over 2 years, and Western medicine couldn't figure it out. And then what I learned was what I couldn't digest in the outside world was the second aspect, because I wasn't digesting on the inside, was the fact that there was infidelity in my marriage. I was unknowing to me. And then being a single mom, raising 2 kids, going through my own financial devastation. And then also during that time period, a person attempted to take my life. So this was all within a 4 to 5 year time period. So talk about the dark night of the soul. But when you're your own first client and you work through all of those things, it opens up a lot of doorways and opportunities, and then the gifts come rushing in. And now professionally sharing this with the world of how to really reprogram that subconscious brain to get you instantaneous results.
Beautiful, beautiful. Damaris, are you ready to tell us how you got into your business?
Well, it started a long time ago. I think even as a child, I kind of knew that I was going to be that person that was always touching someone and trying to help them when they were unhappy or anything emotionally going on or physically. My hands were always on people. And when they started tingling and just vibrating and red, wonderfully tingly all the time, I knew I had to do something. So I went to massage school. And that was something like almost 40 years ago. So obviously in that time period, I became an older woman. And I didn't really know that I was becoming an energy healer, but I had some wonderful opportunities. As a young person, I had this woman who took me under her wing and taught me everything about stones that we knew at that time. And the information about crystals and crystal healing and chakras was a lot different in the 70s and 80s, but I've kind of built on that. I was really blessed to have that woman come into my life. And eventually, through a lot of different things, I segued as a doula. I thought I wanted to be a midwife. But I spent a lot of time at births, and moms and babies were what I was all about for many, many years. But as I realized I was becoming older, I knew my hands were still really engaged and focused on energy. And so through my own healing, because we are our first client, and I think we're drawn to the work that we do because of our own needs, right? Through my own healing, I just found, wonderful modalities, and I am certified in a lot of things. I'm a Reiki master, and I do theta healing, and but my big thing is really stone medicine. And so meeting up with this woman 30, 40 years ago was just such a blessing. And since that time, I've had a really wonderful opportunity to study under just some phenomenal people. My teacher is a 88 generation lineage Taoist priest. And so you learn a lot of really good information that's really valid and tested and comes down almost through the millennia for us. Whereas when I first started with crystals and stones, it was like really channeled information, and it was great information, but a lot of it was really about spiritual healing and emotional healing. And now I know that the stones bring us a lot of other good juicy stuff, good healing. So stones are really my big modality, but I do a lot of other things because God's given me a lot of gifts, and there's just so many tools in the cosmic toolbox, right? There's just so much to work with, and it's all for me based on energy, frequency, vibrations. It's what we really are, and the more we get in tune with that and in balance, then the healthier and the healing happens.
Yes, beautiful. Lou, can you tell me how you got into your business?
Well, yes, of course. So I always knew for my whole life, like I never really fit in, never knew kind of where I was supposed to fit in. And, that was hard. It was like this for a while. And then once, really, it was accelerated with a trip to India. I just always knew that there was something about the Eastern modalities, Eastern philosophies that I needed to know more about. So that really, accelerated where I was headed anyways initially. So coming back after India, there was a lot of ups and downs. I was trying to make yoga work, trying to cater to people how I thought maybe they wanted to learn it. Very westernized asana practice, holding the downward dog and all of these that you see going to this yoga for fitness. And I never fit in there. So when I went through these challenges, of course, and there was some family things that happened in the mix and traveling, I finally landed in Montana. I'm originally from Colorado. And landing in Montana taught me about, that stability, rooting yourself. And then this is really where I've been able to allow my gifts to come through. So it was really following my heart. I mean, that is the bottom line. I don't know why or how I ever really knew to follow my heart, right? It was just this inherent knowing, this wisdom that just came through, and following the breadcrumbs that the universe gave to me to, where I am now, and being able to offer this shadow work and this deeper integration to humanity is just a blessing. So, yeah.
I love that. Shadow work is so important. Yes, yes. And, a lot of you may have already answered this, but Crystal, can you tell me a few things that make you passionate about your business?
Well, there's quite a few that actually make me passionate, but just that's why I'm into the things that I'm into with the Bowen work, with the iridology, with the herbs. They all make me passionate. I'm excited for all of the different healings that they are able to provide. And for example, through the Bowen work, I've been able to help avoid a young boy, like 3 or 4 years old, avoid kidney surgery. been able to help a 95-year-old man with a 20-year-old sciatic injury be able to get relief when nothing else helped. Through herbs, I've been able to help people to help with the different symptoms that they have, like going through with cancer or with reproductive issues or prostate, whatever is going on in their life or in their body. Positive life changes are able to meet those needs, and it is just amazing to see the results and how well these people are able to respond to those. And I just am excited, and it lifts me up, it brightens my day, it just energizes me to be able to see the healing and the results that these people are able to receive, and that makes me passionate.
Yes, ma'am. Dawna, how about you?
Yes. I believe that we are here to be a service to each other, but personally, it's all about creating the world a better place. And so for me, that really means helping others lift them up in vibration because we're all meant to live a life of happiness, prosperity, and love. And if you get to live your best life in the way that you choose as a result of something that we did together, then I believe I did my job. And it's really watching the clients when they share on social media or put their story out there, what living their best life looks like, especially when they didn't think that they were going to live, to me is absolutely priceless in that. The other premise that I have is that our soul is eternally abundant and there's abundance for everyone. And so, I guess living your best life can translate into living your best abundant life because abundance is health and money and relationships and love and all of those things. But I think really truly the greatest joy is when I see them posting in social media knowing that they're living their best life and that they got to stay living. That's the cool part.
That's beautiful. Yes. Wonderful. Damaris, how about you?
Well, I too am passionate about a lot of the things that I do, and the passion changes. The passion of a newborn, seeing a newborn entering the world, or the first time he latches onto mom, is one kind of passion. You feel, I don't know, I was witnessing something. I wasn't like I did anything in those moments, but just to see that kind of beauty in the world. And I see that with my patients when they get off my table. They sit up and they go, wow. And they tell me about their journeys while they're on my table. And we find the commonalities in what we experienced while my hands were on them. And it's just really fascinating to see how spirit works with us, both the person on my table and me in service to them, and the guidance that we get. And it's really humbling to know that I really am just there to be the worker bee, to put the stones here. Sometimes I'm told, no, put that piece, that sodalite, it needs to go right there. And it's wonderful to know that I and the person on my table are all benefiting from spirit working with us. And I think that getting to life in harmony, vibrating in love and harmony and peace. And I don't get so much posts on social media because it's still kind of an awkward place for me to be, but I get text messages from so many clients afterwards, and they go, wow, I just can't tell you, and they'll go into detail about how different they feel or what happened or what they experienced. And that's just really beautiful. And I'm so blessed that they share that with me, that I get to hear about what they experienced too. So it's, I couldn't do without it. I could not do this. I have to do this. That's what my tingling hands always told me, do this. So I do it, and it's wonderful. Absolutely.
Yes. And it always is so good to hear the feedback from our clients, right?
It
Lou, how
does
about
stroke that
you?
ego in me. Absolutely. And then I always tell myself, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. You were a
Oh,
facilitator. You didn't do that. And it keeps my ego in check because, I could get way blown out there from what I hear, but I didn't do it. I worked with all the energies that are out there to make that healing happen.
sure. I think we all do that. So Lou, how about you? What makes you passionate?
Yeah, of course. So I'd say I feel that what really drives this work home for me and, makes me excited to continue to do this, to continue to offer these experiences is the moments of clarity when you're taking the client in and down into the shit, right? Pardon my French. And into these, depths of darkness, and it doesn't feel good. And this even goes for that of the nervous system. I mean, we're working with this constantly within Kundalini yoga and challenging that fight or flight and coming back to the rest and digest. So really that's what makes me so extremely passionate about that is that it can be and is so accessible. I love to make it accessible. Anybody can do this. Anybody can move through this path to get to the other side, to be able to feel that higher vibration, to be able to hold that higher frequency. Because truly, I mean, this is where the collective's heading. And of course, to be of service, like this is why I get up in the morning.
I love that. Yes. So, Crystal, will you share unique aspects of the offerings that you have at your booth and what visitors would find value about what you're offering?
Sure. We will be offering the iris analysis,
Mm.
and they have the opportunity to purchase from 3 different tiers of prices, because of whatever their budget will allow, from just a regular scan to a full analysis with me looking at it and analyzing it. And then I'll also show their iris, if they're okay with that, on a like 32-inch screen. So they get to see a nice big old eyeball on the screen. But it shows the markings very clearly, being able to see what their genetic traits and heritage traits they've picked up from their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. And be able to even see some of the characteristics, the emotional aspects of that. And then from there, they are able to either, if there's something that a nurture point that they need to work on, then we all have the herbs available to help them along that. And also I provide the free nutritional counseling so that they can figure out ways to help uh, change their diet that will be conducive to them and helping them to heal. So if I don't happen to have the herbs there, they can place their orders. We ship everywhere, all over the world actually, but we'll be able to make sure I ship those out right away. And during this time of the show, usually I'll have like a $35 minimum to get free shipping, but no matter what they order, they'll have free shipping. So if I don't have it there and they order it, then they'll have free shipping. I'll also have my massage chair there in case they'd like to learn a little bit about the Bowen work. That's totally new here to Montana. I've been promoting it for about 5 years, but that's something that people don't really understand and what it does. And so I'll give little demos and they can experience it right there. It's fabulous for shoulder issues and be able to help with the neck, the back, in any of those areas really quickly. So those will be the main areas that I'll be working with.
Beautiful. And I can tell you that Bowen work has been fabulously effective for me. So thank you for bringing it to Montana. Dawna, how about you? What are the unique things that you bring to your booth?
I loved exactly what Crystal was saying. And now I have so many questions about eyes and iridology. I'm like, do they change? And what happens if you clear something? And so I guess I'm going to, when I meet you at the conference, ask you all my questions. At the booth, we're going to have some fun. I actually have books that will be for sale. The Abundant Soul, Creating Inner Wisdom for Financial Success. And it is my latest book. It's a self-help novel, takes you on a journey so you can clear things unknowingly, but around financial situations so you can actually start creating and living that life of abundance. We'll have journals. I also teach everything that I do that you'll see from stage as well in the transformation work that I'll demonstrate on some person I don't know. And the whole audience will get to experience the transformation as well. So what we'll also be offering is the Abundant Soul Transformation course. It's a quarter-long program. So there is a little bit of time and dedication, but at the end of that quarter program, you should start receiving a 25% increase or more financially by doing the course and clearing and setting the stage for your business and for you.
Beautiful. I love it. I got a little demonstration from Dawna tonight, and I will tell you that we worked a little bit, not specifically on my neck, but my neck feels so good. So, and all over the show. So that was perfect. So Demaris, what are the wonderful things that you have in your booth and the wonderful things that you're doing?
Well, Sally's going to be there.
Okay.
And if y'all want to know about Sally, you have to come and meet Sally. Sally's a doll. Because I'm not going to have time to really do a full-on stone consult and in 15 minutes to 30 minutes with people that come by. So Sally's going to be there, and she's going to have different stone layouts on her throughout the day, and she's going to be helping me show folks what a stone medicine treatment might look like. So that's just going to be kind of a fun thing with Sally, my gal Sal. And then we're also going to be doing the Healy Aura analysis, which is a scan that really tells you, what's happening with you vibrationally, frequency, and it dials very specifically into the frequency that is needed. So we're going to be doing those scans and then vibrating that frequency back to the people that would like to have that done. And it's really something that I think you walk away from feeling very changed. And kind of depending on what scan is, what the scan recommends, what frequency is vibrated back. I've seen people that came to me and they're like, I've had a headache for days now. And they sit and this is a kind of a short process. And they get up from my chair and they go, oh my gosh, it's gone. I feel wonderful. And that's just one thing. Headaches, earaches, colds, coughs, flus. There's all sorts of physical ailments. But the neat thing about vibratory medicine or vibroacoustic healing is that it can happen instantaneously. You don't have to know a whole lot about it to receive the healing that's coming from that. And it really kind of speaks to who we are, because we vibrate at a frequency. I mean, Joe Dispenza talks about all of this, right? If you guys have ever heard him. And it's so fascinating, but our vibratory states really dictate not only who we are, but how we are. Because any physical, emotional, psychological ailment that takes place in the body, it starts in our outer being. And the frequencies can really help address that. So it really is a neat thing. And there's all sorts of different programs within the Healy. It does everything from, the aura scan to working with your chakras. And it's just a phenomenal tool that I love to incorporate. So I'm hoping to introduce a lot of folks to the Healy.
Beautiful. I love that. I know I always love checking out my aura too. It's fascinating to me. Yeah. So Lou, what are the unique things that you're offering at your booth?
Yes, of course. Well, besides myself, I will have some ancient yogic philosophy books, books about wisdom, philosophy, yogic tradition, Patanjali, the whole works there. I will have a ethically sourced sheepskin available. These are, for that of sacred space to maintain your magnetic field, your vibration intentionally within yourself, away from the magnetic pull of the earth. I will have a gong there for, a little gong baths here and there. I do have sacred geometry paintings. I'll have some paintings there. I do have some scarves that my friends in India have crafted and sent over, as well as malas. So just very classical and traditional yogic things, wares.
That's beautiful. I can't wait to see your booth because I like looking at the stuff too. So, from anybody that wants to join in, is there anything else that you want people to know? The people coming to the show.
I may jump in here.
Yeah.
Okay, I want attendees to know that when you step into this expo, you will feel like this energy that is in this room is just remarkable. I love it year after year. It never gets old. It's something that you need to experience, and all of the vendors there are so friendly, super accessible, no matter where you are in your journey. If you know nothing, if the word Kundalini is like, what? Super accessible. We're here to answer any questions, and I'm so looking forward to seeing everybody there.
I can attest to that. And we definitely pick and choose our vendors. So,
All right,
anybody
well,
else?
I'll jump in there. I love what Lou said. I think that is amazing that we are vendors that are just willing to help whoever has questions. And so I'm asking people to come with their health questions so that they can learn about what they can do about it. They don't have to rely on doctors. They are good in their place, but there are definitely alternatives. And this holistic fair is a fabulous way to find out what is available to help their bodies to heal. And while you are there and you come and see my booth and check out what we have to offer, being a certified instructor in Bowen work, I will be having like a sign-up sheet for those that would be interested in learning more about that. I teach an intro class, which is a 4-hour class, and then I also teach those that want to become a Bowen work practitioner themselves. So come and check all of us vendors out and learn what we have to offer.
Yes, very good. Dawna, did you have something?
Absolutely. We are infinite beings and infinite souls, and everything, transformation, all of it, it starts with you on the inside. So come with an open heart, come with an open mind, and just experience for yourself. And then, like wings of a butterfly, you just transform.
Yes, I love that. How about you, Damaris?
Well, I think it's really important to allow enough time to be there all day because there's so much going on between the speakers like Dawna and the booths and the experiences that you can. It's not like you're going to walk by a booth like you do at the farmer's market. And I love the farmer's market, no slander, nothing mean. But, you can walk by and go, well, no, I really don't need a porcelain sink today, or, whatever it might be. But you want to spend time in the booth. So don't stop by for an hour or two. You need to plan to come and spend a little bit of time with us. And I'm happy to hear that we're friendly. But I think that just, yeah, come with that open heart and be prepared to receive. And who knows what kind of magic can happen.
I love that. Yes. And I would encourage everybody to bring the strange things too, the strange medical stuff that nobody can figure out. We probably, one of us has an answer for you. So, or at least a suggestion to make it a little bit better. So, down in the links below, I have all of the information for all 4 of these lovely women. And I will also have their booth numbers so that you can find them on the map. I know we will be, well, the map is posted on the website, which is holisticsusa.com. If you haven't found it yet, go check it out. And I'd like to thank everybody for listening, and we will see you next time.